Yo, what's up? It's your boy JC. I'm a singer-songwriter from Nashville, Tennessee, residing in the ATL. Face for me, here for me. What inspired me to start my career? I say singing in church, and not actually in church, but like with like the youth I went to church with. Like we went to these things called youth conferences, and in Nashville we had this thing called the Nashville Youth Chorus, and we all kind of joined the chorus together, and it kind of turned into us singing by ourselves and stuff. So, but it definitely started there. How's it evolved over the years? I'd say it went from singing in the choruses to we started our own group really young. And we were in high school, actually. My freshman year in high school, we started a group. We were on Apollo, stuff like that. And then from the group, you know, as we went through high school, we all went to college, but we didn't all go to the same college. So of course the group broke up. Everybody was still cool. And when the group broke up, I started doing like my own solo stuff on campus at Tennessee State. And I started like winning talent shows, and I just developed like a little reputation around campus for, you know, I was the little singing dude, like, you know, like, so yeah, it just turned into like a whole solo career, and then all the way fast forward to where I am now. A pivotal moment for me was in Nashville, Tennessee, before I moved to Atlanta. I moved to Atlanta in 2006, so this had to be around 05. I would do these routine shows in the city with a live band, and this lady from New York came to one of my shows, and people started hearing they'll be in town. They'd be like, oh, you need to go here. This dude, JC, does his live show, and we would do all these little free, it was more than just a show, it was like an event. And anyway, she bought some of my CDs after the thing, and she's like, oh, I know Jermaine Dupri, I know P Diddy, I know blah, 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 I'm a stylist. And to this day, I don't know who this woman is. I don't know where she is. Like, I wish I could just give her a hug, because she was not lying. She knew all these people, so she bought a CD for herself, and then she bought extra CDs for them, and she mailed them, or however she got it to them. And I say maybe 6 months later, like, I was a school teacher. I was teaching school, and it's crazy talking about it now because all the stuff in the news, but Diddy called me like while I was teaching like algebra, high school algebra. Man, I cannot make this up. Like, yeah, I was like, what, man, get off my phone. Like, I thought it was one of the kids. So I hang up the phone, they call back. He was like, nah, man, hey, stop. Don't hang up, man. I'm trying to tell you, man, you dope. Like, and so he had just started Bad Boy South here in Atlanta with Block, and so they had like Young Jock, Gorilla Zoe. So it's really a rap like Boys in the Hood, Jeezy. So I never was signed to the Bad Boy when people think of that, because I got a ton of texts like, hey man, did you ever go to the parties? Nah, I'm like, man, listen. Anyway, but I didn't go, but I knew everything that was going on. But he never did anything dirty to me. He basically passed me on the block, and like he signed me, and that was my deal. But her buying my CDs led to a whole record. Now the record deal didn't work out, but it was just that gesture from her got me to Atlanta, and this is like really where my business is. How do I balance my roles? I say, you know, the singing part is easy because I think the smartest thing I did was adding a setup in my home, because for the longest I was kind of spoiled. I had all these engineers. I started off with an engineer named Trey Styles, engineer and producer. He's the one discovered me doing talent shows and invited me to his home studio, and I just started working with him. And but he used to just tell me, man, you need a setup, and I'm like, nah, I got you for that. I'm the writer, I'm the artist, and then I started working with other producers, and it was Keys Baby, someone who I actually mentored, but then he ended up blowing up, being way bigger than me. And he's like, bro, you gotta get a setup. So I still got it here, it's in that drawer behind. He gave me his laptop, his MacBook, with all the software on it. I still got the notes in my phone, like where he gave me these notes and he made me sit by him. And I told you I used to be a teacher, so I literally took notes and he let me run through it a couple of times. He took me to Guitar Center, got the rest of the equipment, and that was probably 8 years ago. I've been recording myself since then. And I would not have a business without that. So one is just having this in-house, I can do it at any time. So on the, the business end, doing other things in the industry, like I have a school program. So obviously that's during the day, or, anything I'm gonna do is gonna be in hours where I'm working with kids. Like I can go do that, I can go to meetings, I can go out of town, whatever, and I can always record at my leisure and still, I don't have any excuses of why I didn't get it done. So it's a good little balance. Challenges that I face in the music industry, we don't have enough time. Like the battery gonna die on the camera. Like, it's this industry, like that's why I tell artists before they get into it, like you really need to know what you're getting into, because it looks like so elaborate and so cool, and it is fun at certain times, but there's a lot of really dark sides to it as well. So I don't know. It's just the way I overcame them, I'm gonna be honest, is my spirituality. Like no question. 'Cause I have friends who have committed suicide. I've been doing music 28 years, so I've experienced overdoses, not by me, but for friends in the industry, overdoses, killing themselves, getting killed, bankruptcy, everything. You losing their whole family, losing themselves, mental health issues, everything you can think of. I've experienced it. Like, and some of the stuff you all would know the artist, So being a writer, you're with them in their personal space sometimes. Like I'm working with these people in their home or my home, stuff like that, and you get to know another side, and I'm like, whoa, this person is really not happy. So it's really my faith system, man. Like I just be having fun. A recent project that I'm proud of is, I would say the one I'm most proud of is a project I'm doing with some kids. Because like we're really changing the game. Like we're going into schools, we're teaching the kids how to produce, how to write. They're learning from Grammy Award winning producers. You know what I'm saying? I never had access to that. So what's crazy is I don't have that. I don't have a Grammy, I don't have anything. But because of my experience in the industry and the little success I have had, I know all those people and I'm connected to those people. So now I can use, my links and what I'm connected to help the kids. So I kind of brought my two worlds together of like education, music, and just blended them and just turned it into like this thing. I built a studio in the school. And so we're doing a project with the kids. We just did the first song. It's called Guns Down, and it's a gun violence song. And so the kids are going to the White House in about 2 weeks. Now, I'm not too excited about the people in the White House, but all the time, but we going. And so I think that's experience, especially for some inner city kids, because that may spark them to, be like, okay, you got a problem with it. You might want to grow up, be a politician, and help change the game. So it's real dope. I stay creative by just keeping up with, popular trends. But it's like, man, it's crazy. You never realize how much kids impact you. I'm like, why I keep talking about these kids? But it's the kids. Like, kids, like, I'ma always, like, they be like, how you be knowing? Cause I'm like older than I look. Like, they be like, bruh, like, you just your lingo. Kids gonna keep you up on the lingo. They gonna keep you up on the styles. They gonna keep you up on what's in, what's not. And what I love about a certain age, I work primarily with middle school kids. They are very harsh. Like, so they gonna let you know. Like, so I love playing music for them, even if they don't understand the genre or whatever. Cause they be like, man, this is weird. Like, or they be like, oh, I like this beat. So, maybe I'm only playing it for the beat. Maybe I was testing the beat. So it's good to test music a lot of times with kids or other demographics. So yeah, the kids gonna definitely keep you young and keep you fresh. But then I also do listening parties for all of my projects. I do random listening parties. So I do it anytime I'm looking for a single. but I also do it just like these flash listening parties. I'm talking 300-400 people. And I'll find a little sponsor. I'll get a club or a lounge that'll let me do it. I do an off night, like a Tuesday, Thursday, something like that. And I do it like it's a real listening party. You come in, you scan QR codes. That's why I was doing a playlist. I do playlists and stuff. And then that code is linked to that, and they can listen, and then they rate the songs. So then when I get ready to put out music as an independent artist, I already know, okay, I have real data. I ain't just going off with Lil Tiffany and, you know, Thomas and whoever said, like, my homeboys, like, because people are biased. These are, I have them do it, what am I trying to say, where there is like incognito, like surveys. And so the data that I get comes to a spreadsheet, so I can look at a song and be like, 98% of the people that hear this song rated it like a 10. I'm putting this out. And that's how I pick like singles. None of my songs are mine. Like, I don't do songs like and say, I'm gonna do a song for JC today. You know what I'm saying? Like, most of my songs are demos that I either did, okay, this is a male demo, this is a female demo. I'm working on Chris Brown's project. This is for Chris Brown, this is for whoever. So it was actually a record that that I wrote for Chris Brown, and then Jacob Lattimore bought the beat. So Chris Brown passed on it, because of course he wanted the beat, and then Jacob Lattimore bought the beat, and so like 3 years later, I'm like, man, I'm finna do something with this song, so I just had the beat remade. Had somebody make a new beat around it, and it ended up just going crazy. Funniest thing that ever happened to me in a performance, I think I was it was at the University of Montana. I was opening up for, I think it was a Lil Wayne. It was either a Lil Wayne show or a Migos show. It may have been both of them on the same show. I think it was a Lil Wayne show. And I had this popular song called Nobody Gotta Know, and I'm performing the song, crowds rocking with me and stuff, and I stepped down to go into the crowd. Now, I was fine, but I was standing on speaker, and the security's like, he's like, nah, you like, kind of like, just go back on stage, because he's like, man, you gonna fall. Man, they were so wild in Montana. It just blew my mind. I'm like, why are they so lit all the way out here, like in Montana? But they were so lit, and it was like the little people on the little railing, they just crawled through the railing, and they started like kind of partying the area, and then I ended up falling. Really? Yeah, they hit the speaker, and I fell. I've never fallen, like I've never had like a crazy embarrassing crack or nothing like that, but man, that joint was hilarious. What advice would I give to inspiring artists, entrepreneurs? Learn the business. Like, and I always use this analogy. I tell artists a lot of times, I'm like, if you needed brain surgery, heart surgery, anything, would you let somebody operate on you that just put it in their bio, like heart surgeon? You know what I'm saying? No, you want somebody that literally went to school for that, they did a residency, they are skilled and they are knowledgeable about what is going on. So once they get in there, if something's not what they thought it was, whatever, they already know what to do because they know the business. They know that business. So I think in the music industry, the majority of people that get in, they don't know anything about the industry. The upcoming project I'm excited about is the 80s project. Because it's just gonna allow me to do something a little different. It's allowing me to kind of get away from the you know, just urban. Because I love my urban, but urban puts you in one space. And the more I travel, the more I would like to get into some other, because I write pop, I write country, I write so many other, I write Afrobeat, I write so many other genres, and I'm like, dang man, I want to do a project that's still me. I'm not an Afrobeat artist, I'm not a pop artist, so I've just developed this 80s R&B pop album that's more, it's got a lot of top 40 songs. I don't mind doing top 40, but it's allowing me to, like, now that I'm ready to start approaching investors, I feel like an investor be more willing to invest into this than just like a typical urban project, because they can see it from a global perspective instead of just, oh, this gonna go crazy in the South or in the Southeast. Oh, DC gonna love this, feel it, and it's no problem with that. But when you've done it this long and you're independent, I'm swinging for the fences. Like I'm not trying to get on base at this point. Like we home running this thing. So yo, what's good? It's your boy JC, and you can check me out at itsyourboyjc.com. ITSYABOYJC. That's my Instagram, my Spotify, my Apple Music, everything in one place. Itsyourboyjc.com. Yes, sir.